Hey guys, welcome back to Edimon Tutorials on Database Management Systems. In today's lecture, we're going to cover the fourth topic of our third lesson, which is nested queries. So, throughout this video, we're going to see what a nested query is, what are the different types of nested queries that are available, and we'll also look at the constructs that we use in a nested query. And finally, we'll conclude this video with looking at few examples of nested queries. So let's start this video by understanding what nested query exactly is. Right. So a query inside a query is known as a nested query. If condition inside an if condition is known as a nested if. In the similar way, a query inside a query is a nested query. Or you can also say a query that has another query embedded within it is a nested query. So the one query that is which is embedded or the inner query is known as a subquery, and the one which embeds this inner query is known as a outer query. So let's take an example and then we will understand the actual evaluation strategy of a nested query, and we will also look at a few constructs that we use like in, exist, and their negated versions not in and not exist, and finally any and all. Right. So our first example is that find the names of sailors who have reserved a boat 1 or 3. You can write the answer to this query can be written in different forms. A few of the forms we have discussed in our previous lectures, and today we're going to see the nested query form. So basically the answer would be like you will compute some function in the subquery and then you will relate that subquery's result to the outer query. Let's look at how we actually do that. So select the s dot s name from sailors s, where s dot in select r dot sid from reserves r, where r dot bid is equal to 1 or 3. Okay, now let's break this into two parts. Let's look at the subquery first. The subquery is that select r dot sid from reserves where r dot bid is equal to 1 or 3. We are just selecting the SIDs of the ones who have reserved the boat 1 or 3. Right, we are clear with this. And then we want names from the sailors whose SID in, here in says if it exists in the resultant set. So now we'll retrieve from the outer query, we will retrieve the S names of the SIDs that are returned by our subquery with the in condition. So basically we're going to get the names of the sailors who have reserved the boat 1 or 3. I think you understood the flow or the evaluation strategy that we used. Okay, let me tell you point wise. First, obtain the cross product of the tables from the from list of the top query or the outer level query. Once it is done, for each row, when you're calculating the where clause qualifications, recompute the subquery also. It's clear, right? See, you will first obtain cross product of the tables from the outer from list, and then for each row of the result of the cross product, you will recompute the inner subquery along with the while qualifications. If at all the inner subquery also has another inner subquery, one more iteration will be done. So this is how you evaluate a subqueries or the nested queries, right? So we have the negated version of in operator also, which is not in. So we can simply prefix the in with not in to find the sailors who have not reserved a particular boat. So let's look at an example. Find the names of sailors who have not reserved a red boat. So we want find the names of sailors who have not reserved a red boat. Now let's break this question into smaller queries so that we can embed each query into another query. So first let's select the red boats. So for selecting our red boats, we need select b.bids from the boats where b color is equal to red. Now we have red boats. Now select who have reserved the red boats. Fine. So take SIDs with the matching BIDs in the reserves table. We can do that with the help of in operator. Select r.sids from reserves where r.bid in the resultant set with the red boats. So with this combination, now we have the SIDs of the persons who have reserved a red boat. But according to our question, we want the names of sailors who have not reserved a red boat. So here we will use the not an operator. So select the S names from sailors where SID not in the resultant set that we have obtained from the subqueries. So this complete query will give us the names of sailors who have not reserved a red boat. Fine, I think I'm clear. So let's look at another example and also different types of queries. So we have two different types of nested queries. One is a correlation query and the other one is a set comparison nested query. So in the examples that we have seen till now, we have seen that the inner queries or the subqueries are independent of the outer queries, right? See, in the before both of examples, we just the inner queries are independent of the outer queries, but in the correlation nested query, the inner query is dependent on the outer query. We check for the non-emptiness, or we check if that particular inner query is empty or non-empty, and we do that with the help of a construct called exist and its negated version not exist. We will just check for each query or for each row of the outer query if there exists a inner query result, right? Okay, fine, it's not that complex. Let us look at an example, we can understand that better. So the inner subquery is dependent and it depends on the outer query, unlike the previous queries that we have seen till now. Let's take an example. Find the names of sailors who have reserved a boat number 103. Right, see here I'm selecting the data. Select star from results where r dot bid is equal to 103 and a cross product condition which is between the SIDs and results. See here, look at this example properly. Here in the from list of the inner query, I have not specified, I have not taken the sailors table. Where am I getting this sailors table from? Of course, I'm getting it from my outer query that says this inner query is actually dependent on our outer query. So whenever we are using an exist statement or the construct, we first compute the outer query and then we come to the inner query. So first let's look at the outer query, which is select S name from sailors S where exist select star from reserves R where r dot bid is equal to 103 and then a cross product condition. So for every sailor in name in sailor table, we will just check if there is any person who have reserved 103. So this is how the flow goes. First we'll execute the outer query and then we'll come to inner query for every row of the outer query. So this is what this is how an exist operator works, and we can do the similar thing with the help of a negated version which is not exist. If we want to find the one who did not reserve a boat 103, then we can simply say not exist. That's all. We'll replace the exist with a not exist. Right, we are done with the correlation nested query. Let's look at the next type, which is set comparison operator. So SQL supports another set of operators in addition to the in, not in, exist, not exist, union, intersection and except, which is of the form operator followed by any or operator followed by all. Here operator can be any relational operator or the comparison operator like greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, not equal to or equal to. Right. See, you make use of this any or all whenever you want to get the highest values, lowest values, greater than somebody else, less than somebody else. Let's look at an example. So find the sailors whose rating is better than a sailor named Horatio. So there is some person with some weird name. So you want the rating of the sailors which is greater than this person. Okay. Select S dot SID from sailors where S dot rating is greater than any. Here is our syntax: operator followed by any. We want the rating of any person greater than this so-called person. So this is how we use this particular construct, which is an operator followed by any, which is used to find a greater than any, less than any, greater than equal to any, less than equal to any. Like, this type of questions. Here I'm just taking few examples to make it simple, but this can be applied to any different situation, any different type of question you wanted to ask the database. So let's look at the other one, which is an operator followed by all, which is generally used for finding the highest value or the lowest value or the greatest value, which is where you compare the entire list to find the one which is highest than all the queries, all the rows in that particular query. So let's look at an example. So find the sailors whose rating is better than every other sailor, or you can also say you want the highest rating sailor. How are you going to do that? We have a greater than equal to all, which is it should give the ratings greater than any other sailor in the sailors table. So select s.sids from sailors S, where s.rating is greater than equal to all of. Select s2.rating from sailors. In the inner query, we have selected the rating of a particular sailor, and for every sailor, you're going to compare the ratings of the other sailor, and finally this query is going to give the highest rating sailors. Here I've used is equal to because there can be more than one sailor with the highest rating. If at all, let me suppose the highest rating is 10, there can be 3 people, there can be 2 people. So here I've included this equal to also. Right, okay guys, this is it for today, and I'll meet you in the next lecture where we'll be discussing the next topic of our 3rd chapter. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.